the most watched women's college game ever. It matters to girls and women finally seeing themselves represented, and it matters to all of America. That's why, as a nation, we need to support women's sports. We need to support women's sports.
The Biden administration has proposed new rules that would stop schools and colleges from passing outright bans on transgender athletes.
A proposed rule from the Biden administration would prevent schools and colleges from putting a blanket ban on transgender athletes. Specifically, it updates the federal law known as Title IX, which ensures students aren't discriminated against based on sex.
So I want to say directly to LGBTQI plus kids, you are loved just as you are.
Final regulations build on the legacy of Title IX by clarifying that all our nation's students can access schools that are safe, welcoming, and respect their rights. So according to the Biden administration, pushing women out of women's sports builds on the legacy of Title IX? I mean, help me understand.
They're saying all are welcome except for women. This is the most asinine, really, I would say the most anti-woman, anti-reality pursuit we have seen from this administration thus far. It is something that not only abolishes women's sports as we know it, this would allow men in women's locker rooms, bathrooms, changing spaces, and this would compel our speech. Students and faculty would be required to use preferred pronouns. And if we don't, or if you, a 17-year-old girl who's randomly housed with a male in your dorm room, if this is something you go to your administration and express your discomfort with, under these new Title IX, this new proposal, this new rewrite, you would be guilty and charged with sexual harassment. Not the man parading around your locker room. No, to President Biden, that's considered brave.
Former Governor Nikki Haley and presidential candidate says, quote, the idea that we have biological boys playing in girls' sports, it is the women's issue of our time. Does the president agree that this is a women's rights issue?
So we've talked about this many times. This is the Title IX specifically. And again, we've talked about this multiple times. It's a complicated issue, and there are a wide range of views on this.
Boys have a penis, girls have a vagina.
The Department of Education proposed a rule, as you know, that gives schools the flexibility to establish their own athletics policies. And so while establishing guardrails, right, to prevent discrimination against transgender kids. And that is something that is incredibly important that the president wants to make sure that we also do that as well.
Does he think it's fair for girls to have to compete against biological males?
I just answered the question. It is a complicated issue.
Does she have a penis where most girls have a vagina?
It is truly a complicated issue with a wide range of views,